The ends justify the means. This idiom irritates the living daylights out of me. I was going to start with this and lead with this, but there is so much bad behavior going on in the world right now, in the world of just people's morals and values and ethics, but especially in the area of media, politics, and things that are in our face every single day. And I think a lot of it stems from this belief that the ends justifies the means, and that you can do whatever it takes to get what you want, get the result you want, and it doesn't matter if it's immoral, illegal, criminal, unethical, as long as you get what you want. And I think that that belief is what separates, or that definition of the ends justifies the means is what separates the good from the evil when it comes to building and growing and supersizing our businesses. The idea of achieving a desirable outcome, and getting what you want, justifies whatever you have to do to get that. And that might mean some morally or ethically or even criminal or illegal or inhumane and questionable methods. And I contend that that's never okay. It's never okay to go against our morals and values and ethics and our core values. And we need to, I like to switch all these around, especially the idioms that I don't like. This one actually comes from Niccolo Machiavelli, and in 1532 he published a piece called The Prince. It's also referenced in the Bible, but in a way that says, no, you don't get to do all the evil that you want to do in order to get the result that you want, and thinking and acting like it's the greater good or it's good for you. I mean, we're seeing so many examples of this in the world right now. It's kind of mind-boggling. And maybe that's why this particular idiom, it rubs me the wrong way in terms of how I want to show up in the world and what I'm wanting to create in the world. And I think it takes entrepreneurs maintaining our core values and our ethics and that line in the sand, the good versus bad behavior, the evil versus good behavior. We can choose every day to be living and acting and demonstrating and communicating our core values, or we can succumb to the temptations of the world, which are generally evil, and behave in ways that are against who we really are as human beings. So 3 ways to focus on creating what you want to see in the world. And this means, it doesn't mean we're not going to have to work hard and do what it takes and make hard choices along the way, but we can make those choices and go about our journey in a way that we can live with. So what are some of the ways we do that? Number 1, we focus on how we're doing things. How do we show up in the world? Are we setting a good example? One of the best things we can do to make the world a better place is to be authentic, be true to ourselves, and set a good example for other people. Working hard and doing the right thing, whether people are watching or not, sets a good example and puts more good energy out into the world. So we want to focus on being a good example, setting a good example, demonstrating what it is that we want to see in the world. And we do that all the time, every day, right? If you want people to treat you with dignity and respect, you treat everyone else with dignity and respect. If you want to get people in your organization to clean up after themselves or take care of themselves, you take care of yourself. You pick up and clean up after yourself. You demonstrate what you want to see in the world. We make our onboarding process count, at least in my organizations. We spend a ton of time front-end loading our onboarding process whenever we add a new person to the organization, because we want to share information, share our culture, and make sure that we have shared values and common goals and understanding and expectations. One of the first things I do whenever I bring a new person on is I expect them to share their expectations with me and of me and how I can help them to be a better member of the team and of our organization. And I do the same thing with them. Hey, this is what we do. This is how we do it. This is what we expect, etc. How does that impact you or feel you? We actually have conversations about that. The other thing that I like to do is build the culture in my organizations and the organizations I work with. We need to build our internal culture, systems, and structures just like we would launch a new product. We need to pay attention to those things because they are actually more important that we have a solid foundation than the products and services that we might be providing. So I'd love to know your take on this particular idiom and expression. Share in the comments below. Any questions, hit me up. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it to grow and build and supersize your business in a way that makes the world a better place? Have a great day. I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye.